Hello, I'm Birch. I'm the Asia Pacific Sales Manager, and this week it's about developing leadership. Let's have a look at the learning points. We always must look for opportunities to grow. That is so important, and people who are successful always are looking for those opportunities. They're open to those opportunities, and they never close themselves off from the ability or the chance to actually benefit from those opportunities. It's about relationships, about building strong relationships, and let's embrace success. It is so important to embrace success. Do not be fearful of success. Do not be fearful of failure. It's okay to fail as long as you learn from what happened in that failure. Let's embrace success and drive forward. Now, of course, we have to adapt when times get tough, and times get tough for everybody. Nobody is immune to that. It is just up to us as individuals how we actually deal with that. And part of that is being creative, enabling us to get outside of the box that we live in and the paradigms that drive us, and be creative in the way that we look at things, the way that we look at challenges, and the way that we develop what we want to do as we move forward and developing our strategies. And of course, you can change your future instead of waiting for someone who will. It's all up to you, and it's about making decisions. Now, Reliv's opportunity. As it says, it's a time-tested business. We've been around for 25 years, 22 years in Australia and varying other times, which was the first market to open, and varying other amounts of time in the other markets throughout the Asia-Pacific region. And it's all about our never-ending improvement. You look at our products, you look at our compensation plan, you look at the ignition strategy that we put into place. You know, it is a business that will be there for a lifetime, for your lifetime and lifetimes beyond. The company is totally committed to the future, and you can see that by what has happened in Asia Pacific and by setting up the ignition strategy, which has been put into place to help all distributors and to simplify the process for distributors to be successful. It is an opportunity for people to team up with the best when they team up with both you as leaders and the company in Reliv. And Reliv is a very people-focused company. Your future depends on many things, but mostly on yourself. What a great quote, because it is totally up to that. You make the decision about your future. You make the decision about what's going to happen in your life. You can be cause over your life, or you can be an effect of the environment. It is your choice as to which you do. I remember when I was 27 years old, I made a decision to change my life, and from that moment on, things just started to fall into place, because that's what happens when you commit yourself 100% to your future and take a decision to be completely and totally responsible for what happens in your life. So whose job is it? Let's have a look at this. Your contribution as a distributor: sponsoring, leadership development, retention, training, promoting, celebration and recognition. These are all parts of what is your responsibility as a distributor, to get out there and work with your organization to make this happen. And of course, the company's contribution, as you can see there, it's about product research and development, manufacturing, of course, distribution. Of course, we have a global distribution network. It's about inventory, so you don't have to worry about inventory. It's about recognition, that we set it up so that you know who needs to be recognized. The sales tools that we deliver, that we've created. Have a look at all the online sales tools that we have delivered this year alone. And of course, there's things like order processing and paying commissions. You don't have to worry about how much you're going to get paid. It's all set up so that it works automatically, and all you have to worry about is to check your bank account once a month, and of course the legalities that are behind it all. That's the split of what the job is for both the company and you as a distributor. Now, of course, your goals and activities need to be in balance. This is so important, because if they're not, things won't work out. And it's a really important thing for you to balance those goals and activities. Okay, so you think about it. It says here, it's the start that stops most people. And that is so true. People just don't get started because they have fear or whatever it is, but they just don't get started. They procrastinate. It's simple. Set your goal. Personally sponsored distributors. Have a look at set your goal for your personally sponsored master affiliates. Help your distributors to develop through to master affiliates. It's all about getting people initially into a fast start at 30%, and getting them, teaching them through autoship to build up to get to a master affiliate, and then to get them through to director. And how many people, how many personally sponsored did you have last month? Okay, your goals and your activities need to balance. You need to put in the activity required to achieve that goal you've set. And make sure your goals stretch you. Don't make them unrealistic, but don't make them too easy. Your goal should stretch you. Okay, let's have a look at this. This is important, and it's important for people to understand when you're talking about leadership development. Let's start at that long list on the right-hand side of the screen. At the bottom it says new distributor. And then it says you start sponsoring. And then, of course, you get excited, and then you start to get growth. And that growth creates belief. And from that belief, you start to get some success. And, of course, with the success, that builds faith in what's happening. But you know what? Then the hard work starts. Because so far you've been running on adrenaline and enthusiasm and excitement. But the hard work starts. When you get across to that wheel and you see you've got the contact list, you've got to create your contact list. You've got to make your appointments, do your presentations. You've got to follow up. You need to get involved in the Reliv success system. You need to celebrate those successes, and you need to get out there and lead by example. And how do you do that? You build a contact list, and then you go out and you do your appointments and the presentations, and you follow up, and you follow the success system, and you celebrate that success, and you lead by example. And how do you do that? Well, you create a contact list. Guys, that's what it's about. And after that hard work, you know what? There's more growth. And you get even more enthused. You embrace success. You get security in your business and in what's happening, and you feel more secure. You get more success. You maintain these activities, and what happens? You get more success, continued growth, and continued success. But I tell you what, if you have a look on the left-hand side there, those red words with the red arrow, change of activities, danger zone. Because what happens at this point, people get success, and they go, I've made it. I've made it. And they don't maintain the activities. And when that happens, of course your success still happens because you've got momentum. And you get continued growth because you've got momentum. But because you've changed the activities, you're not doing what you used to do, you're not doing what you did to get to where you are, you start to slow. Before you know it, you get what's called stagnation. And then from stagnation, boom, slippage. It is so important to be aware of this danger zone. And let me tell you, we're coming into Christmas right now, at the time of year when I'm recording this webinar. And it doesn't matter whether it's Christmas or Easter or Ramadan or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you have as a celebration and a period to spend time away from your business. When you change your activities, you're in danger of slipping backwards. You have got to maintain your activities. I'm not saying you can't take time off. Of course you can. But you need to build momentum. Have your downtime, have your time off, and then come back and hit it hard. Drive forward. Get back straight into the activities that you need to get back into and get that contact list. Do those appointments. Make the presentations. Follow up. Follow the success system. Celebrate your successes and lead by example. And how do you do that? Well, you create a contact list and you teach everybody that you personally sponsor and everybody in your organization to do exactly that. And if you do that and you maintain that and you maintain the energy and you maintain the activity, your business will succeed and you will see continued success. But the moment you ease off, you won't. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is about working at it. Work really hard at this business for 2 to 5 years and you can have it made. You can set up a long-term residual income, but you have to be prepared to put in the time and effort over a period of time. This is network marketing. This is going out there and building organizations. This is doing the work now that will benefit you for the rest of your life, but you must be willing to maintain the momentum. You must maintain the activities. So important. In the words of JFK, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. So when we are out there as leaders and we are telling people this is what you should do, we're telling people about the success system, we're telling people about contact lists, we're telling people about presentations and follow-up, we need to be doing it too. because we need to lead by example. We need to show people that we have the energy that we expect them to have. Absolutely critical in this business, because people in your organization will do what you do, not necessarily what you say. Let's have a look at the road to riches. A little diagram here. Okay. Let's have a look at the top. It says personally sponsored in the circle. So 100% of your ability to advance depends on your personal prospect pool, because you've got to go out there and you've got to prospect. Okay, so all of these personally sponsored to come through, they build through to master affiliates and directors. And that's the gate to your personal advancement. And it is so important that you understand this. Master affiliates and directors, that's the gate to your personal advancement. And then they drop in to your personal advancement pipeline as they build to key director, senior director, master director. They push you up ahead of them through key director, senior director, master director, until you, in your leadership pipeline, you're being pushed right through to presidential director and ambassador. That's how it works. You need to develop these people. You need to develop your personally sponsored people so that your leadership pipeline keeps filling and people who are driving through and pushing you right ahead of them. That is what it's all about. And all you need to do is make sure that other people in your organization are successful, and you can literally ride the wave. Now, a lot of people think this is what a growing business should look like, what a successful business should look like, but that's not how it works. It's more like this. There are always peaks and troughs, but it should be growing, it should be heading in the right direction, it should be heading north. And of course, you're going to have peaks and troughs throughout your career, throughout your business, throughout your lifetime. You're going to have peaks and troughs. But the point is, if you're heading in the right direction, the peaks and troughs don't matter, because they're just a part of the process to get to where you need to be. Your growth strategy should be, you need to have your goals. Okay, your goals. What are your maintain goals? What are your moderate growth goals? And what are your fast growth goals? What do you actually want? And so you can see the table there. I'm not going to read it out because you can read. Have a look at what you need from a personally sponsored point of view. You know, through new personally sponsored directors, master affiliates, directors, getting them through to that level, driving people, showing them, leading by example so that they can get to that level and they're pushing you up too. You've got to make a decision. What's your growth goal? Do you want to grow fast? Do you want to grow moderately? You know, do you just want to maintain where your business is at? Make your decision. Make it very clear in your head what you want, because if it's not clear in your head, you won't be able to do it. You need to be clear. You need to know what you want, and you need to be willing to put in what's required to get there, and you need to do what it's showing here. You need to get out there and get new people into your business, because new blood in this business is growth. That's what it's all about. It's about bringing in new people and changing their lives and helping them. And it is absolutely about changing their lives for the better in health and wealth. And that is what we offer. And we are unique in our industry in that we have such incredible products and even more to come. We are so lucky to be with this company, to be where we are today, and it's up to us to how big this is. It's up to us to show how big this opportunity can be. Successful leaders need to create a balance with goals and activities. I've said that, okay? Let's have a look at these priorities of activities. Your personal activity, you've got to lead by example. I've said this time and time again in this webinar. You must lead by example. Don't tell people what to do and then not do it yourself. It won't happen. You have to be sharing your story consistently, and you know, your people in your organization need to see you doing that, and they need to learn from you. You need to be consistently sponsoring. Your group will stop growing if you stop sponsoring. You've got to be developing leadership, developing leaders all the way along the time, all the way. At every step, you're looking for leaders, you're developing people, you're helping them to do what they need to do, and that is just simply following the system, leading by example, and showing them to do it, and following up with them to make sure that they are doing it. You know, create net growth in your organization. Net growth, it means that you're growing regardless of people that may be leaving or stopping, and that happens. That happens in our business. Don't fall over and weep and carry on just because someone's left your business or someone wasn't interested. It happens. Not everyone's going to be interested. Not everyone's going to have the energy. Not everyone's going to be able to commit themselves. All you need to do is go out there and find and find and find and find and share and share and share. Create net growth and follow the Reliv success system. Have a looking at organizational activity. You should be doing a weekly sales review with your team. That just means, what are they doing? You could call that a weekly activity review. Call it whatever you like. It's about accountability. It's about getting people to make sure that they're out there doing the activities they need to do to build their business. Because you know what? You need to be a promoter and a challenger and an encourager. You've got to do all of these things. And sometimes you need to be a pusher. You need to push people. Some people need a shove. Other people need patting. Other people need cooing. Everyone's different. But you need to be all of these things. You need to teach the success system. And remember, everything you do has to be able to be duplicated. And you are a product of your environment. So you create the environment that you want. Because as I said previously, your downline will do what you do, not necessarily what you say. And oh, look, there it is again. Lead by example. Have a look in the community around you. Get involved in community events. Get involved in fairs and fetes and markets and be involved in the community. What's happening around you, be it sports clubs or church or whatever. Just have a look. Start to become a part of your community. Get the name out there. Get people to understand and hear what Reliv is so that when you do talk to people, they've heard of it. Grow your customer base and community. We've got fantastic products, not everyone. And we know through our statistics and our analysis, our business analysis, that 80% of people only want to use the product. Well, that's fine. Sell them the product. Sign them up as preferred customers. And while you're looking through these people, you will find that other 20% who want to be a distributor. And remember, share your story throughout the community. It's all about the power of momentum, and the power of momentum is all about numbers. Numbers is what will make a difference in your business. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, treat a person as he is and he will remain as he is. Treat him as he could be and he will become what he should be. So if you see the people in your organization as leaders, they will grow into leaders. Treat them as he could be. Treat the people as they could be. I want to thank you for listening in tonight. This is a brief overview about developing leadership, and I hope people have received some information that they can take away and use. Above all else, be committed to what you want. Know what your goals are. Make a decision in your life as to what you want to do, and lead by example. It is absolutely so important that you lead by example. As Isaac Newton said, an object that is at rest will tend to remain at rest. An object that is in motion will tend to remain in motion. What you need to be is an object in motion, and keep that motion going. And do not stop that motion going.